Hi folks. So this one, original, obviously done on piano. So for the guitar part, I kind of listened to what he was doing on the piano and tried to come up with something similar. And it's the whole tune's based around that bass hook. And that just repeats the whole way through. On top of that, that's an A flat, by the way, we're playing A flat there. So, yeah, capo on the 4th fret, open E string, or 4th fret because of the capo, 6th fret on the A string, open D string, 6th fret on the D string. So that's going on the whole time, and on top of that you've got these chords that are sitting. So it starts off with an E major chord, or sorry, an A flat major chord. I'm doing an E shape with the bar with the capo on the 4th fret. So then it changes, so you've got this, starts off with the major chord shape, and then it moves to a sus4 shape. So you get this effect of this note climbing. Then it adds the 6th note of the scale, so that's the 3rd note of the major scale. That's the 4th, that's the 6th, and there's the 7th. And that all works around that major chord shape. So we're doing combinations of that. So we've got an E sus4 if you take it up to the G string, and that's like an A shape but all holding down the 6th fret on the A, D and G strings. If you include the B string in that, so hold that down on the 6th fret as well, so that's now a suspended 6, and we add in the B string on the 7th fret, we get a suspended 7th. And then if you take in the high string as well, if we take in the high E string on top of that as well, we get a 9th. Suspended 6/9, something like that. And all with an open E string. So you get this really big sounding chords, which sound really cool. And there's one other chord shape in there as well. Looks like a C-add9 shape that you would play, but we're including the E string in there as well. So if you look at it from the context of E, it's actually like an E-7, but with that A string slid up 1 fret, which creates an E-7 flat 13. That's in the chorusy part, or the bit that goes under the lead guitar part. So basically we've got, those are the chord shapes, and we've got to try and keep that going with that same bass riff underneath it. So I'll try and do it really slowly for you so you can try and follow along. Notice when I'm bringing in this 6th and 7th here, this 6th and 7th fret on the B string, which also is the 6th and 7th interval of the scale of E major, so sorry, get confusing. Notice sometimes when I'm doing it, I'm just missing off that last little bit of the bass lick, and I'm using it to hold those notes, and sometimes I'll go from the 6th to the 7th, and sometimes I'll go from the 7th to the 6th. And that goes on all the way through the verse parts, and then underneath the lead guitar lick, and it's the bit of the build-up. It's like kind of what would be a chorus. The bass line doesn't change; stays exactly the same. The riff starts the same, but we only play half of it on the E. So. And then we move to this C-add-9 shape, which is actually an E-7 flat 13. And then go to that 9 shape. Suspended, what was it? Suspended 9 or something like that. So. And that's the rhythm guitar part. So for the lead guitar part, for this, pretty much what I'm playing, because this is such a screamy guitar sound that I've got here. One of the most difficult things I find about playing with a sound like this that's so powerful is keeping it quiet. When you're not playing, you don't, because they just have a tendency, any little movement makes a big noise, you know. So instead of playing full chords and stuff, because I think it would just be too overpowering, and it's not really necessary, I'm playing like 2-note chords, you know, just 2 strings at a time. So when over the major chord, I don't need the capo, by the way, because I'm not playing those full chords, I can play without the capo. So I can play the G string on the 6th fret and the D string on the 6th fret and the G string on the 5th fret, and I can pretty much get that major sound. I've got a root and a third there. That's my A flat chord. If I bring that G string up 1 fret, so they're both now on the D and G strings are both on the 6th fret, I've got that sus4 harmony. If I bring in the B string on the 6th fret as well, I've got that suspended 6 now, and then suspended 7th. Because it's all over the chord behind it, it takes on that part of it, yeah? So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing there, and just whenever I feel like it, wherever feels right to drop that in, that's when I'm dropping it in. Then there's the main guitar lick, the lead guitar lick, which is just a really cool lick. So we're going to start off with a pick rake, or a fingernail rake, if you're like me and you're not using a pick. What you're going to do is, basically I'm kind of almost like palm muting, but I'm also going to just, instead of squeezing down here, I'm just going to have my finger resting over the 9th fret there on those top 4 strings. And I'm just going to strum through it. And then on an upstroke, I'm just going to squeeze down and play the high E string. And then I can bring in the B string on the 9th fret, on the 11th fret as well. So like that. And then we have this string bend here, so up and back, a full semitone, so it's as if it's going up 1 fret, yeah? Like that. And what we're actually doing is... And then we come down to the 9th fret on the B string, and then to the 11th fret on the G, I was right the first time. 11th fret on the G string. We still got the B string in there, and the high E string we're going to bring in on the 11th fret as well. I'm trying to keep hold of these bass strings all the time as well while I'm doing this, to stop them rattling about. And I slide that up. So all together. Again. And then I was throwing in that little bit of, again, just by dampening the string. That's just to imitate something that was a keyboard part in the original song. The only other part is the lead solo. He played the lead solo on piano, obviously. What I played there is not what he played. I tried to do something similar. I think I've got the right notes, not necessarily in the right order. What I was playing, but I've got 8th fret on the G string, 7th and 9th on the B string, and then I'm coming down 6th to 8th on the G string, 7th on the B string, and then I can bring it back down here as well to the 6th fret on the D string. 8th fret on the D string will work as well. Yeah, come up with something of your own. Anyway, it's a cool wee tune. I thought it was really cool, and thought it was interesting how it worked with that, just variations of that A flat chord as well. I thought it was pretty cool. Just building on harmonies on that one repeating bass hook, which sort of, yeah, becomes a foot stomper. Yeah, great drum track as well. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, folks, and I hope you enjoy playing it as well. Thanks. Bye bye.